Today on our 2011 Acura RDX, we're going to do a test fit on the Glacier Cable Snow Tire Chains. This is for one pair. Its part number is PW1046. As you can see, our chains have a nice low profile design. They're of kind of a ladder style. It's going to give us great traction forward and rear. They offer a steel roller that goes on a spring wrap cable. As you can see, those are going to dig in, fit nicely in between the grooves of our tires there and give it some stability. They're on a full-length steel cable that's going to go around the outside to our connector. These are rated as S-Class, so they're made for vehicles that are going to have limited wheel well clearance, and they're going to meet all of the Department of Transportation certifications. They're a good occasional use chain. They're certainly not a heavy-duty service chain, anything like that. Now, they do recommend the use of a tensioner with these, a rubber tensioner. This is part number PW105. Does a good job of keeping us nice and taut all the way around. They're going to use a series of small blocks on the cable here. It's going to fit into a bracket. We'll show you that in the installation. The tag end is then stored right in there. So not a difficult system to get put on the vehicle. Take you just a few minutes, and the set's going to come with what you'll need to equip one axle. So we'll have the driver's side and the passenger side. They're designed so you can use it on the rear wheels as well as the front. In this case, it's an all-wheel drive vehicle, so we could put them on all four if we wanted to. Now, when it's time for installation, we're going to lay our chain out flat. We want to inspect it, make sure we don't have any kinks or tangles, and we'll want our block side or our hooks to be facing up towards us. We're going to drape this over the top of our tire. You see it's going to, one side's nice and smooth and flat, the other side has a little edge on it, so we want that smooth and flat side to be in towards the sidewalls of our tire. Just bring it right up and over. Get it in place, and then we're going to go around to the back side and make our first connection. Now we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 notches to choose from, or 7 blocks to choose from. And we're just going to slide that right into our latch here, or catch. Now as we do this, we want to keep track of how many of those we're using. We've set that on the 6th one. Then we'll use that catch we talked about to hold our tag end in place. That'll prevent it from going around and making any kind of contact with the vehicle while we're going down the road. Then we can come here to the outside and make this connection. Now here on the front side, it's the same setup that we had on the rear. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 choices on length. We'll bring that right inside and gather it together as close as we can. Now, when selecting our outside versus the inside, we want to make sure we stay within 1. So we used the 6th one on the back side. Once we got over here, we could use either the 7th one or the 5th one, but we wouldn't want to go past there. And then again, the tag end's going to come and be tucked in here. And that's going to keep it from coming out and making contact. Now the same goes for the rubber tensioners that we talked about with the chains. We want the hooks to be facing out and away from our tires. And we just kind of work them around the outside edge here. And as you can see there, easy to install. The tensioners are going to give us what we need to keep these intact. Now, we want to check them periodically. Initially, we'll drive forward 30 yards or so, check them, make sure that we don't need to bring up any slack. And then periodically during use, we'll give them a good check. But overall, a good light-duty snow tire chain that you're going to be able to put on when you need them in an emergency kind of situation. All we have left to do now is head over to the passenger side and get that one installed. That's going to complete today's test fit of the Glacier Cable Snow Tire Chains, part number PW1046, on our 2011 Acura RDX.